Hi, Gunnar.
Hey, what's up? How are you?
I'm good. How are you today?
Doing well. Doing well. It's a good day.
Thanks for calling me. I was just on the phone with you for all our viewers, and you were telling me an awesome story about helping a buyer get into their home. And I wanted you to share that with everybody just so that they know their options. So, talk to me a little bit about where the interest rate is at right now.
So right now we're in a little bit of higher time. It's a season in mortgages where it's still a good time to buy, but rates are higher, which is deterring a lot of people. So we've come up with products to kind of help ease that pain a little bit. This one in particular, so rates right now, they're probably around 6.5%, just to give it a good kind of ballpark estimate there. Of course,
Mhm.
that's going to depend based on credit score, how much you're putting down, stuff like that. But let's call it roughly 6.5%.
Okay.
There's a program out there right now that attributes to the seller paying roughly 2% of the purchase price, but that's going to go towards the buyers, not interest rate reduction, but pre-interest payments for the first 2 years of the mortgage.
Okay,
So
let me stop you right there.
yeah.
So, the seller is spending this money on closing day as a credit
Mhm.
towards the buyers, and it's roughly about 2% of the purchase price of the home, just to as a rough estimate.
Yep.
So they're going to take 2%. So let's say it's a $200,000 home.
Mhm.
So $2,000,
Four.
$4,000 towards the buyer's closing costs, and it's going to go towards this interest rate reduction.
Correct, but it's a pre-interest payment, so it's called a 2-1 buy down product.
Okay.
Is the correct terminology that we'll use in the contract when you write that in. That's what it's going to, not seller credits. And there's an important reason for that we won't get into today. But essentially, what this does, it allows the buyer. So let's call the prime rate 6.5%.
Okay.
Right? The 2-1, meaning year one, you're going to pay 2 points lower than what that 6.5 is. So you're
Okay.
going to pay 4.5% interest the first year. You're gonna pay 5.5% the second year. And then year three, it's gonna fully prime at 6.5, which again is where rates are right now. It's not like it's not
Right.
a balloon loan. It's not gonna blow up and call due. It's
Yeah.
You're gonna be paying what rates are now. It's just giving you time to kind of get used to that payment, affording a mortgage. And you can refinance at the end of that should rates suggest that be something doable, feasible for you.
Okay. So my buyer, the seller, and our sellers are agreeing to this. You had this actually work. I mean, a seller said, I'm going to do that to sell my house to this buyer.
Yeah, so sellers are in a time, and you can attest to this, where it's not that the homes aren't worth what they're asking for, but there's not as many buyers right now due to affordability because rates are higher. So houses are sitting a little longer. So
Yeah.
these sellers are getting a little antsy about wanting to sell their house, and they're open to conversations with negotiation about purchase price.
Okay.
Now, I don't think it makes sense to go in and undercut 20, 30 grand because the homes are still worth what they're selling them for. But to get those homes to move, they need to incentivize the buyers a little bit right now. And this is a way they can do that. It's saving the buyer. In this case that I shared with you, it was the $320,000 loan,
Okay.
saving her about $200 the first year and about 150 in year two.
Okay.
So that's
So that
huge.
whole first year, she was paying a mortgage on 4.5% interest. The second year, she was paying a mortgage on 5.5% interest. And then in year three, she'll be paying it and for the rest of its life of the loan at the 6.5%. But at that time, of course, she can refinance if the market and conditions suggest that that's a good option for her.
Yep, that's it.
And we're saying we're marrying the house, but we're dating the rate, right?
That's
That's
right.
that's
That's
the
right.
slogan right now.
That's a good quote. Where'd you get that?
Yeah, I might have got it from a friend in Lindsay. Um, okay, I just think that's an amazing product because so many buyers right now are not wanting to stay in their homes for forever. These are first-time home buyers who want that starter home. So let's say they want to be in it 5 years. Well, 2 out of 5 of those years, they're getting an amazing interest rate, and then right after at the end there, where they've had time to save up and prepare, they've got a higher interest rate. Yes, but they're in their home, they're making those payments, they're not having to worry about rent, inflation, any of that. And then at that point, they can maybe even be selling and moving on.
Yeah. One more thing, I'll leave you with this. So the only caveat to this program is that the buyer themselves cannot pay this reduction. It has to be paid by the seller, but here's the cool part. It can be gifted by family members. Family members can pay it, right? So if you've got somebody wanting to gift you money, this is a cool way for them to gift you money that's bang for buck wise. It's way more advantageous to do it this way than coughing up, 20, 30 grand. That's the reality of what they would have to gift you to get the same reduction in monthly payment.
Okay, awesome. So if my grandparent or whatever wanted to gift me a home gift, they could go ahead and gift me that money and it could go for the 2-1.
That's correct.
Yay, that's awesome. I actually didn't know that till right this second.
Yep. So there we go. Now
Well,
you've got it.
Thank you for sharing with everybody. Guys, when you're watching this, if you have any questions, call me. We'll get you on the phone with Gunnar. He can answer more of those questions, and I can, of course, talk to you about everything else. So thank you, Gunnar. I hope you have a good day.
Welcome. See you. Bye.
Bye.